you might have an idea of where you want it, what you want to do to start with, but it will change and evolve so much. You know, you should really don't fight against the tide, go with the flow.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yep.
So do you guys have your final idea?
Yeah.
Do you have your final idea?
I do indeed, yeah.
Do you want to share them?
Sure.
So yeah.
Keith, do you want to go first, or shall I go first?
You go.
Okay, so for Unit 1 of Level 3 Year 1 Media, we had to do an All About Me, which is like, you know, telling everyone who you are, what you like, things like that, and it's also like, at the same time, showing what skills you have going into the course. And I feel like I really, although I got a grade for it, I feel like I really missed the mark and I could do it better. So for my final major project this year, I think I'm gonna do like just a short film on my life in the last year, the mistakes I've made, you know, what I've achieved, and all the experiences I've had, and hopefully I'm gonna what I'm intending to make is a piece that people will be able to connect with and engage with, and will be able to see not only just from my perspective all these experiences, but from other people's perspectives too, and with a bit of a comedy twist as well, you know, because if you just look at it how it is, it can be kind of boring. So it's always
Yeah.
important to
have an element.
an element that, you know,
entertainment.
yes,
Yeah.
So like
I've
a little
heard
biopic.
basically, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
kind of swag.
that. Yeah. For me, I am making a psychological thriller.
Ooh.
Because like I wanna make it so that it has a lot of edits. I wanna bring like dystopia into real life. So it's gonna be challenging in terms of the angle camera angles I choose, or the lighting I choose to use, and the color grading I want to do.
Yeah.
But I just want to show off my camera skills and my editing skills,
Swag.
and pay homage to Jordan Peele, because he's like inspiration and that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, this comes back to the thing about, you know, being a minority and drawing inspiration from people who are, you know, inspired.
similar to me. So
Yeah.
you know, just psychological thriller.
Swag.
That's gonna be mind bending, hopefully. But yeah, what about you, Ashton?
Okay, so I am making an advertising campaign for an
Oh,
idea
I
I
didn't know.
wanted to do.
Yeah.
So my original idea was I wanted to do like a short documentary trying to invite people, like famous people, to our end of year show, so I could make it like
Oh,
memorable.
Yeah.
Because obviously it'll be our first one.
Yep.
Didn't know if it was going ahead, so I switched it up, and I'm gonna like make like a 2.5-3 minute trailer and movie posters for
Very
that
nice.
documentary I did.
Nice.
Oh,
I can
that's
see it now. I
cool.
can see it as everyone walks
yeah.
in. The trailers, sorry, not the trailers. The posters are on the wall. and
Yeah.
as you know, before all the other films play, your trailer plays. It's going to look
Yeah.
so cool.
I was gonna make a trailer advertising campaign, but I just realized it's a lot, because the posters.
It's gonna be a big
the
challenge, but
planning,
I'm ready for a challenge. So
then
Yeah.
the shoot, because like trailers have to be like bare
You have
different
you have
angles.
to like draw the audience
Yeah.
in.
Yeah.
If from the first instant, even the music you choose and how fast each clip is like
It's gonna
out here. they're not
challenge my
different,
half a brain cell. So
and that's a lot of research as well. Looking at how to make posters, how different colors.
see, I'm mixing film and sort of like journalism into
Yeah.
one, so it's gonna be mad.
Yeah.
How
No,
you-
it sounds
Yeah.
really good.
Thank you.
Like how you drag in audience with color and stuff like that. Out here being that's long, you know.
Mm.
But you know, I feel like you can do it. You got the time management for that.
Do I?
I mean,
I
from,
should do-
yeah, hopefully.
Fingers
hopefully.
crossed.
But it's like another thing as well with you designing the posters. There's a big element of graphic design there, which is not inherently something we study, but
No.
it's
You
such
Could
a
ask one of the graphic design
you could-
students.
but it's just one of those. It's just a huge thing. It's like there's infinite potential there
Yeah.
for you to explore so many things, and I
That's
think
different,
there's so much for you to learn from other people, and hopefully by the end of it, there's stuff there's stuff they can learn from you.
FMP and that.
success.
Yeah.
I'm excited to
Same.
get going with FMP, but we just got our pictures to do first.
Yeah.
Pictures and then
And
pre-production, and then we just
yeah.
keep
Fuck
rolling.
Fuck on.
Do you think you're gonna have any other extra actors in yours or not?
Mine,
Yeah.
potentially, just because there's a few things that have happened in my life in the last year that requires just me sitting in my bedroom.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, I think more than anything, it's sourcing crew.
Yeah.
I want it to be more than just 2 or 3 people. I'd like actually maybe about 4 people working on mine,
Yeah.
and there's people I know outside of college that will help
Yeah.
me with that.
Yeah, that's calm.
Yeah.
I feel like mine is just mainly gonna be me, setting up the camera. Unless if I have moving angles, then I'd need maybe like 2 or 3 extra people. But other than that, it's mainly gonna be me, and it's gonna be like long still shots, and then I'll be playing different characters. It's
Oh, swag.
it's gonna be a whole a
Mad.
whole experience. But yeah, it's gonna be good.
Are we ready to talk about the main topic?
Do you want to talk about it?
Yeah, let's go. So, just a little heads up. Spoilers may be ahead.
Oh yeah,
So, yeah.
spoilers.
The Batman.
Hell yeah. Let me just get this out there. Halfway through the film, I did take a little nap because I got a bit bored. But other than that, I think it's a great film.
It's a great
There's
film.
a lot.
Sorry, have we named it?
Yeah.
Did
The
we?
Batman.
Yeah.
Yes, the Batman.
The Batman.
Yeah.
Apparently, its budget was about $200 million.
Yeah.
Jesus.
For
And it was
reference-
shot in Liverpool.
Yeah, some of the shots were in Liverpool. For
Yeah.
reference,
Liverpool.
$200 million is the same as Black Widow. You guys mind if I just say like my 2-minute piece on this film?
Yeah,
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Personally, I grew up with Batman films. You know, it was kind of my bread and butter. So, you know, going into this film, I wasn't overly hyped, but I had high expectations. And honestly, this film consistently knocked it out the park. It was really just an amazing film. Not just a superhero film, but it was a really beautifully, lovingly handcrafted film. The one thing I will say is that Keith took a nap because it was about 3 hours. For me, it didn't drag on that much. It's really engaging if you like thrillers and films where you have to think.
Yeah. There's a lot of.
There's a lot of thinking involved.
Yeah, but it's a very beautiful film visually, and the relationships between characters, the dynamics were brilliantly written. And I really, really think this is probably the best Batman film we've had yet.
Yeah,
Mm.
I agree.
Well,
But for what attracted me to the film,
Yeah.
were the camera shots
Oh.
and the detail to like down to the breathing of the Riddler and Batman. You could tell that it was two different characters. Like
Oh, for sure.
I would even say the breathing itself was a whole character. You know.
Yeah,
'Cause it was like
a lot of the Foley sound was, I think.
Yeah.
I found it really interesting how it's only after the Riddler says, you and I are so alike, then the audience starts to draw parallels between the Batman and the Riddler.
Yep.
And then that's all thrown away as soon as Batman goes, no, we're not.
Yeah.
So in that flash instant, you think maybe they are alike. And then Batman reminds not only the Riddler, but also the audience that no, there's no similarities between these two. One's a cold-hearted killer and one dresses up in black leather and jumps off rooftops.
Yeah, that is true.
That's very true.
But in terms of the character Batman itself, what worked for me was that they didn't spend too much time on the fighting scenes, and I completely understand that would have taken too much time, but they did pay homage to like the fights felt like an emotional outburst for Batman, and
Yeah.
you can tell he wasn't pulling his punches, and he was truly going for it because there was like some kind of trauma behind the punches, and you could tell he was out for vengeance.
Angry.
And
He
he does
I'm
say,
vengeance.
"Yep, he does say I am
I'm
vengeance."
I'm vengeance.
So you can tell that the character itself was just trying to get through life
Yeah.
and basically take revenge for what happened to his parents. And you could just tell with his tone, his voice, and then the black eyeliner as well, just making it all edgy, and I was gonna swear there, but making it edgy and stuff like that. You could tell that they really like took time to decrypt the character
Yeah,
of Batman.
this wasn't just another cash grab. It was really
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, they made this film for the film people, like people that are invested in films.
See, I've grown up with Robert Pattinson, right? We're in like Harry Potter and then also in Twilight.
Yep.
And to see him in this movie is just when worlds collide.
Let's just say you were there for Robert Pattinson.
And Zoe.
And
Zoe
Zoe
Kravitz.
Kravitz.
Zoe
Oh my
Kravitz.
god.
No, but let's be real. I kind of did go for Robert, but when I watched it, I
You
was
stayed
like,
for Zoe.
I stayed for Zoe, but then it's such a great movie.
The camera
Yeah.
shots were absolutely
Do
beautiful.
you,
And
I have
the-
a favourite camera shot from the movie.
Go on.
The upside down one.
So the upside, so obviously when he comes through the fire
Right.
and then knocks the
Penguin.
penguin onto,
Mhm.
and then it's like from Penguin's point of view, and he's just walking and he's got his cloak.
Yeah.
That was
Can we
sexual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we talk about Penguin?
Yes,
Yeah.
let's talk about Penguin.
Honestly, I think the prosthetics they
the
did for
prosthetics
Colin
were
Farrell
amazing.
is
For who?
was
What's his name?
Colin Farrell.
Let me see this.
Yeah, you look up how he actually looks, and then you
Mm.
see how much prosthetics they put on for
Okay.
him as Penguin. Honestly, I think it's Oscar worthy, and I'm not saying that lightly. It's
Special effects, yeah.
it's so hard to pull off
What,
prosthetics
Colin
that
Powell?
look that good. Colin Farrell.
Farrell. Okay.
That's FARREL.
Yep, let me see.
Yeah, no, brilliantly well done, and I can't
It
wait to
was
see him
well
in his
done.
own show. I think it's
yeah, apparently
really
they're doing
well
a
designed.
spin-off of
Yeah,
Penguin, isn't
we're
they?
getting 2 spin-offs. One's Penguin and one's the Gotham Police.
Oh, mate.
cool.
You know.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, honestly.
No way, that's him.
Yeah.
Damn.
Mad.
That's kind of that's definitely Oscar worthy.
Mhm.
Madness. What?
Look, can we talk about the soundtrack as well?
Oh, the soundtrack was beautiful.
I listened to the. Pardon?
The soundtrack was pretty nice.
Yeah. I thought you said awful for a second. I was
pretty
like,
nice.
huh?
No,
No,
it was
yeah. Like
beautiful.
sometimes I listen to it just on its own, just because it's so like
It's,
amazing.
it's so good. I like how they brought Nirvana into it as well. So.
Yeah.
Nirvana, yeah, they didn't need. I don't think they needed to play it twice in the film. Once at the start would have been fine.
Yeah, it's a good song though.
But
Yeah.
it's definitely reignited my love for Nirvana as well. That's for sure.
If there was a song that just screamed Batman, it would be Something in the Way.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, that is true.
It's it's a very dark song.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because the film was dark and grimy and
That's the whole
gloomy.
point of
which
Batman.
And
is
yeah, they
not a lot of people expect that from
Yeah.
a superhero film these days.
No.
You know, you
even
get
the
so many
scale of
Marvel films coming out,
yeah,
and it's all just
Space
quips and
and-
light-hearted and
yeah.
stuff like that. And then the Batman's very grounded and dark, and people almost aren't expecting it.
yep. I feel like the only like dark, it's not even a Marvel film,
No.
but dark superhero film close to Marvel is Logan.
Yeah,
See, with Marvel movies, they just give you the information straight away, and there's no need to think. But DC, they just make you think.
it's very
Yeah,
nuanced.
they don't tell you what's going on.
Especially
you have
in
to
this
figure it
Batman
out.
movie, they made you think.
And you had to watch the screen as well. You had to like listen to the background and
Yeah.
realize what he maybe was writing or what he was doing.
Like Ethan said before we went in, we had to watch the TV
yeah, and listen to it
and
as
sit
well.
and listen to the TV.
Yeah. So yeah, I went before we all went in to see it together, and I'd seen it before at the midnight showing when it first released, and I said to everyone, look, if you're not listening, you're going to miss out on so much. Like there's so much stuff that
Yeah.
plays on televisions and stuff that if you just think it's background noise, you're going to miss it. But there's like key integral stuff, and it tells you
Yeah.
who characters are and what's going on in their lives and how they how they come into this story. And I just think that's a really important thing that a lot of films don't do. A lot of information is spoon fed to the audience.
Uh-huh.
Did
But
you
this one doesn't do it.
did you expect the Riddler to look the way he looks?
No.
Yes,
Nah.
but just because I knew how he looked before.
Yeah.
Paul Dano, who plays the Riddler, had previously, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, played a serial killer in the hit TV show Dexter.
Good
So
show.
I sort of knew I sort of knew the performance he was going to give.
Yeah.
But I had no idea he was going to do it so well. He really felt deranged.
Yeah.
He
It's so
really
good.
seemed just completely mentally unwell.
Yeah. That like when I first saw him, I was like, "Oh my goodness, that is mad." I did not expect the Riddler to look
Right
like
at the end, when the Riddler's in the prison just after the explosions had happened,
that. Yeah.
and he's talking to Barry, what's his face?
Barry Keoghan.
Yeah, hottie, may I add.
Hmm.
Do you think Barry will come into the next? Do you think he will
I think the writer and director Matt Reeves has said it's not necessarily the case just because that character shows up. He's going to appear in future.
Yeah.
He said it's possible, but it's just not likely.
Yeah.
It's just establishing that he is in this universe,
Because they are creating.
and
a
I think
universe
Yeah.
now.
I think that's not necessarily a bad thing.
no.
You know, we all expect them to be there.
Oh, for sure.
We don't even know who's going to be the villain in the next film.
What's the next film that's coming for DC?
The next film that's coming for DC, I don't know.
Isn't it the one with The Rock?
No, that's Black Adam. It's either Black Adam or The Flash. I think it's The Flash.
First and then Black Adam.
Yeah.
Oh man.
On the note of new releases, I'm excited for the new Doctor Strange movie. I know that's Marvel and we're talking
Oh
about DC.
hell
but
yeah, that film's looking
It
good.
is going to.
It looks really good. Well, it was done by the guy who did the original Spider-Man films.
Yeah.
So you know it's going to be
Yeah,
very well
Spider-Man.
made.
owns
Wait,
my
who was
heart.
the director?
Sam Raimi.
Sam
Sam
I was
Raimi,
gonna
yeah.
say Sam Raimi, but I don't want to be wrong. But yeah, it looks actually really good, and it looks like
The
Marvel's
trailers work.
first.
It's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it? Do you think it's gonna be like very horror orientated or not?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sam Raimi did before he did Spider-Man. He did The Evil Dead.
Oh, okay, makes sense.
Yeah.
Benedict
Hopefully he
plays a
doesn't
good
miss.
Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
Hopefully they don't miss on the horror aspect because I feel
No.
like that's the one
That'll make
thing.
it.
To be honest, even
bit
just
better.
by watching the trailer, I
Yeah.
thought to myself, this is very, very
Dark.
creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah, watching the trailer made me kind of freak me out a bit. Not gonna lie
Yeah,
to you.
like the one shot that sticks in my mind is the stairs that just never end.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's actually.
Or
yeah.
the bit where he like turns like what's the word I'm looking for? He like turns into like a character, like a different character. He like. So he's like floating, and he's
Yeah.
not Benedict Cumberbatch. He looks like a cardboard cutout.
Oh yeah, that's him going through different dimensions.
Yeah.
Mad.
Yeah.
That's the whole like dystopia
Yeah.
and bringing it into the real world I'm talking about. But
Yeah.
I don't think I could be able to do it to that level.
No.
But you just have to try it
Yeah.
and do certain aspects of it and be like, yes, because it does look really good, to be honest, and I'm excited for it. We're getting a lot of movies this year.
Going back to Batman, do you
Yep.
think Robert played a good Batman?
Yes.
Yeah. His voice was quite high pitched, but I think it kind of worked in his favor.
Yeah, he did.
Vengeance.
He did struggle. He did an interview where he said he tried to do the Christian Bale
Oh yeah.
like deep voice, but he said to do it for that long of a time was too difficult, and he
And-
took a strain on his voice.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
all he
fair
could do
enough.
was just make it a bit deeper, and like
Because
have dark
he is
undertones.
British as well, so
Yeah, and have dark undertones. But yeah, he said he struggled to do the whole
fair enough.
deep, raspy, and Batman voice.
I feel like
for-
he played
for-
Batman pretty good, and that's
Why?
not me being
Is it because
biased.
his heart?
That plays a little bit of an aspect.
Yeah. What did you think of the Batmobile?
I really liked how it was just a
Yeah.
muscle car that he
Yep.
put together himself.
And he put a jet at the end, and
Yeah.
there were no special pew 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 pew. It was just
That's not to say that we might not get one of those in a future
We
film,
That is
but
true.
right now it's very much a makeshift.
We were talking
junk
about this
box.
the other day. In the scene where he sees the Riddler in prison, I literally, it's so faint you might miss out. Like he was the Riddler was going saying his name like Bruce, and
Right.
Batman was like, he's caught on. He didn't.
No,
But
was-
I found that really cool.
it's really easy to miss, but yeah,
Yeah.
there's just very subtle body language cues that shows that the Riddler doesn't know. He's
Doesn't
just
know.
obsessed with the fact that he didn't get Bruce Wayne.
But Bruce Wayne
Oh.
is Batman.
Yeah.
I thought he clocked.
No,
No,
he
he
didn't.
didn't clock
He wasn't saying.
because he was like Bruce Wayne,
Instead
Bruce
of-
Wayne. But no, he didn't clock.
Wait, Bruce Wayne's.
Bruce Wayne is Batman. So you know Peter Parker is Spider-Man. Bruce Wayne is Batman.
Yeah.
He wanted to get
Bruce
Bruce,
Wayne.
not
Batman.
Batman. But he doesn't know that Bruce Wayne is Batman.
But he was
Yeah.
given the clues to the Batman.
Oh, so he's telling Batman, "I'm gonna kill Bruce Wayne."
Yeah.
But Bruce
Wayne is Batman.
Holy, oh my God! Not me just clocking this now. I thought he knew.
It's very subtle, but it takes. We were talking about this the other day, like on the way home from Batman.
Yeah, that's insane. That's
It's
how
very
you know this film is just out here making me think about it after I've watched it.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, that's crazy.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Oh, mad. That's actually messed up my
Yeah.
brain now.
No,
That's insane.
I have like a on this website where I review movies. I gave it like a 4.5 stars.
Out of
Which-
5.
And
Yeah.
I'm very fussy about my films.
Yeah.
I'm not afraid to give it 1 or 2 stars.
It's
know.
up there with one of my favourite movies now. I will.
Yeah.
I might go and watch it again this weekend.
That sounds sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
In terms of like shot wise, it's one of the best movies I've seen.
Oh, there's some great shots.
Plot, it's okay, but story, I was gonna swear. Oh my God, it does go hard. It goes hard. It goes very hard. But yeah, great podcast on that.
Yeah.
Is there anything else we're going to talk about? Or?
I don't have anything.
don't think
You got
so.
anything?
It's really great to be on here with you guys again.
great to have you
Again.
here.
I'd
We're
love to-
back.
Yeah,
Maybe.
we're back.
We're back. Sorry if we go AWOL again. So
Yeah,
FMP.
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 FMP, but yeah.
we might make like an a casual return every couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Yep.
I feel like every 2 weeks maybe.
We might drop it down to every 2, maybe 3.
Yeah.
Every 3 to
Depending-
5 business years.
Yeah.
Depending on how busy we are.
Yeah, because we've got a lot to do, especially
Yeah.
when we're doing production.
But yeah, shout out to everyone that listens.
Yeah,
Big
so
up yourselves.
We love you guys.
Thanks for listening, guys. We appreciate
Like,
it.
Subscribe, share,
share.
comment, all of that. Tell your mom, tell your dog.
And
tell
let
your
us
fish.
let
Yeah.
us know like
Yeah.
what you want us to talk about
Yeah.
as well.
Please leave a comment,
Because
If
we're
you have
more than happy
suggestions.
to.
Yeah, we'll do
because
it.
sometimes we struggle to think about what we're gonna.
Yeah.
Oh, don't tell them that. It makes us
No.
sound like stupid.
If there's nothing interesting going on in the world, then there's not
nothing
really much we can do.
We
But
could have talked about Ukraine.
I was gonna say that
I don't know.
really want to
it's a
get
pretty,
dragged into
it's
the
a,
politics.
It's a
we don't
pretty
wanna-
touchy subject.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll leave politics out of this.
Exactly. So
Unless you guys are really adamant about us talking about it.
fun, light-hearted topics we
Subjects.
can talk about.
Yeah.
Let us
Yeah.
know all of that. But yeah,
New films, TV shows.
subscribe.
innit?
like,
Comment.
comment,
And most importantly,
share.
take care.
Yeah.
Take
We
care,
love you guys.
Have a nice day.
Have a nice
evening,
week.
Have a
whatever
nice
it may be.
life, bro.
Have a nice
Come on.
life. And if you're doing FMP, good luck.
Good luck. Yes,
Yeah.
that's all we can really say.
If you're doing FMP anywhere in the world, if it happens anywhere in the world, good luck.
Alright.
Wait, this is the longest goodbye.
Yeah, I know, right? Alright, peace out,
Peace
everyone.
out, bye.
Bye.